Hello and welcome. We're the Bitches with Beards, and we love to talk all things culture.
On this podcast, we chat our top 3 culture moments of the week.
It's the Cultural Three-Way. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Max. We saw you from across the bar.
And we really enjoyed your vibes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Daniel, how are you?
I don't know where I'm at right now.
How are you, Daniel? We asked this because we had to have like a severely redacted
debrief of my week because work literally got to the point of them saying you need to sign an NDA. And that's what I can say about it. And I said, well, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about that NDA.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know about that.
It has slightly got to the point where I don't like to be the one. I hate it when something happens and someone sees something related to it and goes, "Is this you?" Because
but you did that.
Because I don't like to do it because it's really annoying when if you take a breath and you realise someone's been sent that. Mm-hmm. But there are things that Daniel will not tell me because he can't tell me.
Right.
So I
know how to keep my mouth shut.
So the reason that I message him when I see it is not to be like, hey, this will remind you of the shit happening in your life. Right. But it's to know, hey, I've seen it. Is this what you were not allowed to talk about?
Right.
So
at which point we can talk about it.
So it's more, it's less of a completely inappropriate padding and it's more saying, hey, is this what you were chatting about?
See, the thing is, I don't mind it whenever you send it, and I have another friend that does sort of the same thing because she and I are a bit like you and I, and, I can talk around stuff and she gets it because she's in the same field. But then I have another friend who's back in Georgia, and so she'll say stuff, and she'll be like, is this real? And I'm like, yes. Like, yes, you read the headline correct. This is real. This is the state of our world. Here we are.
I when I was at my previous job, you would get things would happen because like someone on the upper management would get an idea and they'd be like, so and so's had this idea and thinks it will be cute, and Daniel knows how much I hate the term it will be cute,
right?
And then everyone else's day is complete and utterly thrown because someone simply had an idea. And yes,
a brief fleeting passing moment.
And these ideas usually pass.
Yes.
But in Daniel's position and what's going on and who the person that's getting these ideas is before they even pass, there's a lot of
hurdles to get to before it passes, and then it somehow miraculously will come back up because someone reminds them of it.
It's not like me where someone goes, hey, they'll be really cute if you could do this video about this. And I go, that's great. Well, why don't you speak out to that person because you have institutional knowledge and I wouldn't want to step on your toes because I know how important they are. So why don't you reach out to them? If they're up for the idea, we can put something in a calendar. Knowing full well now it's back at them, but they can't say, no, it's not back at them because you've used the term institutional knowledge.
Oh, yes.
Which is a beautiful way of saying your problem.
Well, it's a great way of boosting someone's ego.
And boosting someone's workload.
Yes, it truly is. And it's a wonderful term that I do use a couple of times. I'm like, oh, that's cute. You and your institutional knowledge. You should really chat about that to someone. I don't care, just not me. Anyways, so that's been my week, and it's been a bit of a roller coaster, up and down and sideways and upside down, left and right. And how have you been, sir? Because you're part of that roller coaster ride.
Yeah, no. Well, we had one. We did have Miss Rosie. Leave him alone. Rosie, leave Buggy alone. It's been a bit of a stress, and Daniel knows there was a particular bit of stress this week, and it's all been resolved-ish. It's resolved, but there's always that sort of lingering dampness.
Yes.
But no, last Saturday I fainted again and hit my head quite badly and ended up in hospital with stitches. So it's been a very weird week. Last weekend, it's so odd because I generally, when I say I pass out, I still don't drink. And everyone's like, oh my God, were you drinking? I'm like,
no.
First of all, can we just get that mentality out? I'm 41 now. Shit happens. And it's really, really fucking hard.
Yeah.
And I legitimately have something that causes me occasionally to get lightheaded. And if it gets so bad, I do actually, wake up on the floor. And this time I was in the bathroom and I woke up with my head against the door frame and blood on the floor. And we had to take me in. And it was very... So luckily...
she moved it.
Yeah. Luckily, Rosie has a bone. Our dog has a bone that she's chewing, our horn. But luckily, when it was happening, I was in the bathroom and I had the foresight. I felt a bit odd, and I decided to unlock the door.
Thank goodness you did that.
But no, so I've had stitches. I only got them moved yesterday. The good thing is it's actually moved a few things ahead that I was hoping that were going to be months down the line, and it actually sped a few things up.
I mean, they're still months down the line, but I mean, they're sooner than what they were.
Yeah, so, and it's got me onto some lists. So I'm all good, but no, a bit of a weird week. Bit of a weird week really for everyone from the sounds of it.
I don't know anyone that's had a normal. What is normal? Normal week.
Well, did you have a normal week, listener? Maybe we should get you warmed up.
Oh yes. It's time to talk about our culture for the week.
So Daniel, what was culture for you? What was your culture this week?
Well, so the funny thing is, we were supposed to go out for my birthday last weekend.
Yes, which we're now doing today.
But because we didn't, I ended up, after the hubs called me and said, you're going to the hospital, I immediately went to the Whole Foods and I got a steak and I got stuff to make a Caesar salad.
Lovely.
And I made a lovely steak and Caesar salad and it was wonderful. And then that was followed by watching 2 Miyazaki films that I haven't seen before, which I love Miyazaki. I know animation you're on the fence with, but you like some of the Miyazaki stuff that you've seen.
Yes, I'm not an overall, I'm not going to sit down and watch Despicable Me. But I will, like we said earlier, I'm going to give Toy Story 4 a go before Toy Story 5 sort of shit.
Yeah. So I watched Princess Kaguya, which is a rare Studio Ghibli one because it's 2D animation as opposed to the more 3D animation.
Yes.
It was beautiful. And it is a sad fairy tale because it's based on the Japanese fairy tales and they are sad. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I like this. You're nice and dark. I also watched The Wind Rises, which is a story of the man who did the airplanes during World War II.
I've heard of that one.
It's really interesting because it has fantastical elements, but the way they do it in Studio Ghibli for this film is that it's only during his dream sequences. So it's set in the normal world and everything behaves the way it would in the normal world. But whenever he's in his dreams, that's whenever you have the fantastical, storylines and motions and stuff.
It looked interesting because it always looked like it was actually a live action movie they just decided to do as animation. It didn't look like, this story needs to be told animated. It's like, that's what kind of fan always attracted me to see that one at some point, is it had that conflicting cultures going on. It
was really good. I highly liked it. And then my song of the week was a song called Moonflower by Devin Gilfillian, who I've listened to it about 4 times this week. Very good. It's very retro sounding, old school. So anyways, what about you? What was culture for you this week?
Well, I did get to watch my Star Wars, but that's not the culture. I did because I was about to say
you had a repeat.
In lieu of I watched one on Saturday because I didn't want to have a nap, and Jamie Hubbs is like, just watch Star Wars. We watched Paddington Peru. It's really cute. They are really funny. It's a different director for the third one, but it still is pretty. Sometimes the first 2 of something are really good, and then the third one is completely batshit out there, and you're like, why did you mess with it? It's different in a sense that it's like in Peru and it's not as British culture based, but at the same time it still was really cute.
It works.
Yeah, I liked it, and they're doing a 4th one, which is going to be really cool.
What's the 4th one going to be about?
I don't know, but it's a guy who did Veep writing it. Because he's a British writer.
Oh, okay.
Went to see Backrooms, which is like the youngest director, blah, 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 blah. It's interesting. It's all like, it's really good, but I do not think, I think the concept is, and it's this, you just go through these, they find these back rooms and it's like a furniture store. So they're these really bleak furniture store back rooms.
Yeah.
And that was a joke.
That was it.
apparently, it started off as someone putting a meme up like 10 years ago going, is there anything more depressing than this? And then the guy started making short films about someone exploring an infinite amount of them, very cleverly made. And then he developed a feature film. So they explore them and it's like they're repeating on themselves, but Xeroxes and memories of it. So it gets twisted and odd.
Oh.
And even though...
So it's a bit like that screensaver. That would go through. Oh, okay.
So it's kind of cool in that sense. And it's resolved, not resolved. I don't think it goes as far as it should. And I think that there's a lot of rumours that the director never directed it. He was a young guy. They said he directed when he was 19, 20. There's like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
I think he did direct it. And I only say that because I think that even though it's a very confident movie, he's not as confident. He could have taken it a bit further.
It further.
And I think had he had a few more films behind him, or 2 more, it would have gone a
pushed
bit,
it.
pushed it. There was something just a little bit. I just wanted it to get there.
It was on the line, but didn't go over.
But it's clever, and it is like very tense in places, but it's just not quite. It's never quite got that to me.
Fair.
My final bit of culture is hacks.
Oh, yes.
So we finished that off this week. There's been a lot in the news about it. It could have actually been the culture of the week.
It could have.
It just was a really fantastic finale. It was weird that we had it brewing, I think, most of last week, and then on Saturday night, I was like, we were kind of didn't want to go out because I was feeling not. My body was like, I was like, I could go out, and I'm like, no, actually, that's not.
Yeah.
And then, I didn't want to watch it. I was like, I just don't. This is not the headspace. Next couple of days aren't the headspace. And so when I did, it was really great. But I want to re-spoil it because I think everyone should watch it. It's an amazing series. But the final shots are done with "Get Happy" and "Be Happy," the Barbra Streisand and Judy Garland duet. And what was interesting was that came up a couple of times in some of the reports. It's this great song over this final shots, which apparently had been planned from the very beginning. Both Barbra Streisand and Judy Garland's estate, which has its own Instagram, insted about it and just said they loved the use of it. They were really honoured to see it on a film that is about a show that's about a senior in the, an industry veteran bringing up a new person about female friendship, using the song, which was the same thing happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was really amazing, and I just think that's really says a lot. Barbra Streisand does not need anything for nobody.
No.
And for her to kind of like reach out, and I don't know whether or not she knows what Instagram is or she has someone do it.
She has people that does that.
But at the same time, she could have watched it and maybe curiously said, you need to see this. And she's been in the industry a long time. She must know Jean Smart by now.
Maybe.
Jean Smart's been in the industry for a long enough.
Yeah.
Is that, it was just
they should know of each other.
There was this support there, and I was like, this is very unusual. So it shows how much of a cultural impact Hacks has made. And there's rumours that Cherry Jones and Leslie Bibb are both up for they're on Emmy consideration because of that role.
Guest.
So very exciting stuff there. Very lovely.
Yes, Leslie Bibb and her dinner confrontations.
Oh my god, that needs to be a fucking show. Leslie Bibb takes you to dinner. Anyway. I think we should move on to the main course, Daniel. Talking about dinner confrontations.
Sorry, I'm having a flashback to Leslie Bibb and GCP and dinner confrontation in that one too.
I still think that. Are you a Republican? You can't see me do the face, but I really should do the face. He's going to pull at my face
I was going to say,
gash.
don't do the face. Don't do the face. Don't do the face.
So, Daniel, anyway, let's move on to the main Leslie Bibb calls.
And now it's time to ask the question, who's your top, who's your bottom, and who is your lucky Pierre?
So, Daniel, who's your top, who's your bottom, who's your lucky Pierre? Which has been changing all fucking day for me.
Well, mine stayed because I did my notes last night, and that's all that I had time for because life got too crazy at the office today. So my bottom of the week is we lost a voice in my childhood. Veteran R&B singer Peebo Bryson died at 75. He was known for the recordings of A Whole New World off of Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
For Disney. And the reason why this is news is because I got him mixed up with Luther Vandross, who was gay. It already died, but I thought it was Peebo Bryson. Peebo was straight.
No,
but he was still a voice of my childhood.
Yeah, he was. He was always like, "I'm Peebo Bryson." I'm like, who the fuck is Peebo Bryson? Because he was always spoken about like you should know him, but I don't think he had that grounded career in UK.
I don't know that he had that big of a career here either, other than, his voice is iconic for those two songs.
I think he just had a career and he had the level of fame that he needed.
Yeah.
And he probably could walk down the street, do his thing, pay his bills, and every so often someone would go, "Oh my god, I love that song," and he'd be like, "Thank you, I am Peebo Bryson." I want to imagine that that's going on. All right, so that was my bottom of the week. My mixed up bottom of the week. My top of the week was that the DC Circuit Court of Appeals ruled 2-1 that the current administration's ban on transgender members in the military is unconstitutional. And surprise, surprise, this ruling came out on day one of Pride Month. So thank you very much, DC Court of Appeals. For my lucky Pierre of the week, it's not lucky in that I think it's good. It's lucky in that I think that there's been a lot of conversation that's going to come from this. So
what is the start of Pride Month without a little RuPaul controversy? I asked the question.
I know, what is it?
I mean, if it's not fracking, it could very well be this.
I missed the fracking.
I do too. Anyways, RuPaul's next film venture, called Stop That Train,
Very excited.
has been dragged, no pun intended, for the use of generative AI in the production of the film. You've got questions, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the film will feature alumni of the RuPaul's Drag Race, Ginger Minj, Jujubee, Latrice, Simone, other very noted celebrities, and other very noted, cameos here and there scattered about. Too many to list. There's a lot.
It's a lot. There's some real people I did not expect in there.
Some real big names, and I'm like, okay.
Also, June Raphael's in there. I mean, God bless that. That woman's
Yes.
a jobbing actress.
She truly is. And so we're happy to see it. But because there are all these big names, it's been hinted that there could have been some corners cut some other places.
Yeah.
So the dirty little generative AI discussion popped up because VFX critic and artist Gloria Cook was able to have a pre-selection viewing of the film, which was published May 28th, that says that the film is the most conspicuous use of AI seen in film to history, and that Acme AI FX, which is credited in the end credits, which is a known company that is used to reduce and eliminate traditional cost of shooting, production, and set construction, is credited in this film. Now, the director of Stop That Train,
Is it Adam Shankman?
I think so,
Yeah.
has stated that, no. We use the AI as a tool, not necessarily to replace humans in making any of the effects. So the question is, with everything going on with AI, why can't RuPaul step right for once? And I do mean this when I started off with, it's not Pride Month without a controversy from RuPaul.
The AI side of things is incredibly complicated.
Yes.
Because, it's like anything. Some things are introduced to be cost-cutting measures to give people a level up. Well, sometimes then someone else always takes advantage of it.
Right. And I'm going to say right now, listeners, I use AI in my job because guess what? I'll write an email and I'm like, ooh, that tone was a little bit pointed. Dear whatever AI software, could you please look at this and make something that sounds professional, that doesn't sound like a bitch?
I'm trying to move away from that a little bit. I use it to promote the podcast, and I'll put a description in and it generates a bunch of tweets for me. But I have not really taken the time recently to properly, I need to put more effort into that generally. Look, I don't agree with AI. It is going to be here, and the world has to work out how to adapt. Now, my biggest problem is this, and my whole thing with AI has always been, when you have AI and everyone's like, well, it could do this for us, it could do that for us. We need to work out how to keep people with a basic income.
Yes.
So I'm sorry, my biggest concern with AI at the moment is the jobs it's taking, because someone's unemployed and could see their role completely go,
which is what this company could be doing. Yeah.
But at the same time, the question is then if you have AI, what would the effects have been? Now the question is then had Ru gone and used a traditional VFX company that does not use AI, and at the end of the day, AI is used in all algorithms.
Yes.
Otherwise, because it is just
that's how you get targeted ads. That's how you get.
But it's also in the software that I use, the auto-generated. I pay for CapCut. It generates subtitles for me. Now,
whenever you're typing and it suggests a word, that is AI right there.
So it is a level of it, and I don't. If I want to produce animated subtitles for every video that I produce, I know how to do it. I don't have the time to do that, and I don't. I'm sorry, my organization would have to, and there's just not enough budget. They are sometimes stretched. With me, it's really hard. It levels out the playing field. So yes, for this film looks like an effects heavy movie.
Yes,
they may have needed on that budget in order to do it. They said the only option we have for this is AI. It is a queer movie that is still not going to be released in multiple outlets.
No.
I would like to see it at the cinema. I'm keeping an eye on where it is. I'm thinking possibly, I will be shocked if Atlantic Plumbing have it.
Oh, I was about to say, I think you're going to have to go somewhere bigger if they're.
Yeah,
even,
Alamo maybe because they sometimes do but they also do their revival theatre.
I think you're going to like Georgetown.
Oh God, no. Anyway, but the thing is like this film is not going to make money. Now, if it turns out, so the day that this movie comes out, Disclosure Day comes out. If it emerged that Disclosure Day uses AI to fill in the gaps, I'd be like, Spielberg, that's not fair.
Right.
You can afford it.
Right. You have the name behind it, and the financial backing.
How do you feel watching a movie knowing AI is being used?
The thing is, whenever you can tell that it's been used and it's like bad, because like suddenly there's like extra fingers or there's a hand somewhere else that shouldn't be, you're just like, wow, you really took the cheap road doing this, and it does detract from the situation. I think if you can use the AI and it pushes the effect, but it is you still at the end of the day saying, I would like to take this and push it further, and you're still employed and you're doing this and pushing it further, then I'm okay with that. If you're truly using it as a tool and it still looks good, like in quality, like there we go. But that being said, I still like my traditional animation with my Miyazaki, you know?
Well, you just look at the Coca-Cola advert, Christmas 2025. Mm-hmm. You know, that was all AI.
Yeah.
And that was that's like, that company has so much money.
Yeah.
That should never have used that.
Coca-Cola was not hurting for cutting a budget. Yeah.
It has its place. And, if someone like came and they did a short movie and there was AI sequences in it, and they're like some 15-year-old that was like, I can't afford this, but I was able to AI generate this.
Right.
I'm like, great.
Yeah.
You know,
there's your production of one doing it.
Yeah. You know, good for you.
Yeah. I guess it's a sliding scale then, as we're landing on that one.
And this is the thing is, it is about a sliding scale is you know, someone especially it's like that whole thing of when every time it comes up, student debt forgiveness, and there's always some prick on my Facebook that goes, well, I paid it off, so everyone else should. Or, well, I had to do that in my first years of work. Why shouldn't you? It's like we try and make it better for the next generation.
Right.
At the same time, they do need to understand that if they don't put their foot down for something, it's going to create a bad precedent. So if they turn around precedents, and if they turn around and say, look, we're going to use AI for this, great, use AI for that. Mm-hmm. But be prepared that if you keep using it, but if you then get the budget in for next movie, hire traditional effects animators in there.
Right.
You know, I work in film. I've trained young people up, and then they've gone, I'm going to take this for 50 quid. And I'm like, good luck there. And I said, by the way, someone else will take that for 50 quid next year. So they're like, once you've told them your worth, that's it. You can't then. It's really hard to turn around and go, actually, now I'm worth more and more. No, they'll be like, no. If you said you're doing it for this, that.
Negotiations, people. Negotiations.
Exactly.
Anyways, Max, what was your top and your bottom and your lucky Pierre of the week?
So my bottom this week, sadly, is that Anthony Stewart Head passed away of pneumonia at 72, early 70s. It's way too young.
72, yes.
I just can't believe it, really. He's just such a storied career. I was fortunate to see him on stage in Peter Pan years back. I loved him in Buffy. I remember when we started watching Buffy, and I think like something was on, and my dad was away one night, and mum said, "Oh, we'll watch some TV while over dinner." And we put it on, and she goes, "Oh, Tony Head's in this. Oh, he's Anthony Stewart Head now." And I remember and it was like, because obviously in England he'd been Tony Head, and then he moved to America and was like Anthony Stewart Head, you know, sort of thing.
Yes.
And no, he was good. And what's nice is actually a lot of people have, considering who wrote the lines that he was saying, put up clips of Rupert Giles talking to Buffy and going, it was the first time that we saw a level of mentorship and acceptance and support from a male to a female figure, and it really paved the way for what we wanted. And Sarah Michelle Gellar's obviously put up a very quick message just saying, thanks, because one of his daughters, Emily Head, is in the In-Betweeners. She's in that. She does acting. And, they said, thank you for lending us your dad and giving a dad to the world.
Aww.
So it's just really tough, and it's just sad. And it's pneumonia. It was like, if someone dies of pneumonia, I'm like, is this Dickensian England?
Yes. You should go to the seaside or the mountain air and heal yourself.
My second bit of news is that, for my top for the week, is Rosamund Pike decided to come out at the end of a performance and chastise someone for texting during her play.
Good for her.
Good for her. Someone said it was very unprofessional, and then I read it. I was like, yeah, I'm not always quite sure about the stopping of a play. If someone is at a point where they are affecting it,
yes,
but at the same time, apparently there's a big speech at the end, and she could see someone's face lit up because apparently he's like completely black. When you look out. I don't know if she came out at the end and decided to talk to an audience. That's fairly acceptable. Yes, if she decided to keep interrupting on that, I might have been like, honey, you need to battle through and then come out. But that sounded very professional to me.
I mean, she did battle through and then came out. So yeah.
And
good
also Rosamund Pike.
It's Rosamund Pike.
Where is Liverpool? Favourite. If you've never seen her talk, she's one of those. And what annoyed me is someone said, "Oh, the woman that was like a third-rate Bond girl." I'm like, that woman has had. First of all, she was not a third-rate Bond girl.
No.
And also, it's like she's had a career just because she hasn't hit the fucking headlines. She has an amazing career. She's an amazing actress. She was an amazing podcast a while back. Who was she? Which first lady was she playing?
She played Edith Wilson.
Yeah, really good one.
Yeah.
Well, we'll move on because time is ticking. I know I've got to take some time away because the doggies were playing. My lucky pair of the week was going to be Kathy Hilton, but that was because we really were running out of things. Weird week.
It was a weird week.
Lots of tops and bottoms, but no lucky Pierres.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is back, my peoples.
Yes.
She's written a song for Toy Story 5. It's cute. Have you heard it?
No, I haven't heard
I'll
it.
play it. It's really lovely.
Okay.
It's not. It's in no way her. I hate going. It's not her best. It's not It's not groundbreaking for her.
It's not all too well 10 minutes.
10 minutes, but it's a really lovely, fucking beautiful song, and I really think good for her. What is amazing is how she has been feeding into it. Daniel, I sent you an image of the album. Ooh, what one? The one with blank space on it.
89.
89. And you went, why the Harry Styles album? Didn't you? You said to me, why the Harry Styles album?
Yeah.
It's her 5th album, Daniel. She put it on the 5th. Toy Story 5. And I'm not saying that like you're an idiot, because you're not. This is how... This bitch has been Easter egging everyone. She's turned...
It now makes sense.
She changed the Birds to Clouds on the 5th album. She then put a bunch of stuff out on Spotify, and when people looked, she'd had T and S capitalized. Everyone's like, Taylor Swift. No. Toy Story.
I feel like a right idiot right now.
She did a whole playlist of all the 5th songs.
But the 5th song is the most important, one of the most important songs for her, yes.
If you look in the Opalite music video, there's a scene where she gets a photo taken against a cloudy background. She's admitted it's all there. All of this has been for the last year, her hinting that she's done a song for Toy Story.
She's a queen.
She's a queen, but no, that was they was like, why that album that's all about Harry Styles? No, 5.
5. I overlooked into it.
But she basically she wraps up the release of an album more than most 90s science fiction series could wrap up a season finale.
Oh, yes. And then she keeps going.
Like, you ever watch like something like... Yeah, everyone complains how that Boys finale was. I never saw it, but I know Eric Kripke's not the best at finales. It's all rushed and all that. No, Taylor Swift somehow managed to do a better wrap-up. She should write a murder mystery.
She should.
She would be really good at a murder mystery.
Oh, she would, because there'd be Easter eggs all the way through.
Yeah.
Like it would be a poetry teacher that's like the detective or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Daniel, I'm so excited to play it for you. Should we move on to the end of the episode?
We should.
What's culture for you next week, my dear?
Culture for me next week is probably more NDA disclosures that are coming my way, and I kid you not on that one. That and DC is going to be bracing for the epicness that is going to be the UFC fight at the White House.
Oh, no.
White trash.
Well, I'll be ignoring all that and hoping to have a slightly more peaceful, smoothed out week.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Max. Thank you for being our third this week.
Cheers.
Cheers. A big thank you to everyone for tuning in to Daniel Max's Cultural Freeway and for giving us a listen.
Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and review, and follow us on the socials.
You can find us under Bearded Bitch Pod or Bitches with Beards. Please remember that only a mother could love our views and opinions, and they reflect us and no one else.
We'll be here next week, unless we're cancelled.